in a sunlit Anatolian village, where the chimneys of Cappadocia rose like storybook towers. Eileen hurried through the market square with a brass pot tucked under her arm. She needed it for the evening meal, but her own pot had cracked. "Mehmet, may I borrow yours?" she asked the shopkeeper with the kind eyes and stern brow. He sighed, calculating the risk, then relented. "Bring it back before sunset," he said. Ellen nodded and carried the pot home, passing Nasreddin. Hoja sitting beneath a mulberry tree, sipping tea with a lopsided smile. That afternoon, as the stew simmered, the pot began to rattle and sing, a thin, bright chiming that made Aylin pause. When she lifted the lid, she found a tiny brass cup nestled inside, as if the pot had somehow given birth. Startled and delighted, she ran to Nasreddin. "Hoja, the pot had a baby, eh?" twinkled. "Ah, many things are possible when warmth and patience meet." At sunset, Aylin returned the pot to Mehmet, placing the little cup beside it. "Your pot gave birth," she said sincerely. Mehmet blinked, then chuckled at the whimsy and accepted both. Days passed, and Mehmet asked the Hoja to borrow his sturdy donkey to carry grain. Nasreddin agreed, and Mehmet led the donkey over the hill to his granary. The path was rocky, and the load was heavy, but the donkey trudged on. That evening, Mehmet returned alone, wringing his hands. "Hoja, your donkey has gone to the next valley and, well, it died." Nasreddin raised an eyebrow. "Died, you say?" Mehmet swallowed. "Yes. Such sorrow." The Hoja nodded slowly. "If a pot can give birth," he said, "then a donkey can die." Mehmet stammered. "Hoja, how could you believe that a pot gave birth?" Nasreddin's smile deepened. "Because when we accept convenient miracles, we must also accept inconvenient truths. You believed a pot could give life when it brought you profit. So now, believe that this donkey met its end when it costs you." The shopkeeper flushed, understanding the mirror held up to his heart. The next morning, he returned the donkey olive and braying, with fresh hay tied to its saddle. "I found him," Mehmet admitted. "He had wandered nowhere but my conscience." Nasreddin chuckled. "Then today your conscience has led you home." Aylin watched, her eyes bright as the mulberry leaves. The Hoja tapped his teacup. "Remember, child," he said, "wisdom is not a riddle. It is a candle. It shows where we stand before it shows where we go." And in the soft glow of evening, the village learned once more that humor can carry truth farther than anger, and that a borrowed pot and a wandering donkey can teach the measure of fairness better than any sermon.